Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Utica schools extend holiday break. We have a look at why the district made that decision. But first, it's a wind chilly Wednesday, I guess you can call it, with wind chills in the single digits. Meteorologist Brandon Rue is here with a look at if a warm-up is on the way anytime soon.
A targeted attack.
There were many other targets available to them that they bypassed to attack that place. So it was clearly that was their target, and they intended to harm people inside.
Breaking developments this afternoon in a terrifying shootout that left 6 people dead in a New Jersey neighborhood.
And that story does top our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassime. Police have identified the 2 suspects in that New Jersey shootout as David Anderson and Francine Graham. As you heard, 6 people were killed in the gunfight, and that does include 1 police officer. But now investigators are saying the Jewish deli where that attack all started was targeted by those suspects. Gabe Gutierrez has a look at the developments from Jersey City.
A police officer, 3 bystanders, and 2 suspects are dead after a terrifying shootout in Jersey City.
We do feel comfortable that it was a targeted attack.
They exited the van and they proceeded to attack this location in a targeted manner.
Almost immediately, there was a heavy police response. The neighborhood, which includes several schools and places of worship, completely locked down. The FAA shutting down airspace over the area as officers took cover, assembled portable shields, and brought in armored personnel carriers. This chilling barrage of bullets captured by a crew from our station, WNBC.
You just heard another number of gunshots. We're going to back up again. You hear, the fire is getting louder and faster right now.
The suspects had at least 1 long gun described as an AR-type weapon, and at least 100 rounds were fired in the shootout. Residents say it sounded like a war zone.
I've never seen anything like it before.
Investigators say both suspects were killed in the gun battle. 3 people were found dead inside the store. Police say they were not killed by officer fire. The fallen detective, 39-year-old Joe Seals, was a 15-year veteran of the force.
He was also a husband and a father of 5 children. So it's a tough day for Jersey City.
Detective Seals joined the Jersey City Police Department in 2006. He was part of the department's ceasefire unit, which meant he was responsible for keeping guns off the street. 2 other officers were wounded. They've both been released from the hospital. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Jersey City, New Jersey.
All righty, Gabe, thank you for the update there. Let's turn our attention to the forecast now at noon. Meteorologist Brandon Rue watching a temperature dip as we take a live look outside there through our sky cam, our Windsor sky cam, Brandon.
And in that picture, you could even tell the other side of the story, the wind. Chop on the Detroit River. Temperatures struggling big time now. We have cloud cover, a few flurries out there. Low 20s, as good as it gets. And I don't want to waste your time, but we can pretty much ignore the air temperatures. Winds out of the west are 15 to 20, 25 miles an hour, occasionally gusting to 30. And although that is not a dangerous wind as far as damage, it is a dangerous wind chill where you can get frostbite 30 to 60 minutes outside. Single-digit wind chills for just about everybody. Extreme east side, barely double digits. But temps in the middle 20s. The good news for the rest of your Wednesday afternoon, we will get more and more sun, especially after 1 or 2 o'clock, with a few flurries out there now. Again, we're looking at some brighter skies, good for the soul and the spirit, because, Evrod, it gets even colder tonight.
Oh, we're certainly looking forward to that, Brandon. Thank you. So there are some frustrated families in the Utica Community School District this afternoon. After a big change to the holiday break calendar, the district decided to make that break a little longer. Local 4's Larry Spruill joining us live now with more on what the district is saying, and then, Larry, how parents are reacting.
Yeah, Evrod, well, this decision to extend the Christmas break has a lot of people talking this afternoon. Now, there are parents for the decision and parents against it. This most recent post for the Utica Community Schools has a lot of people talking Wednesday morning. The announcement states in part, students will be off for winter break beginning Monday, December 23rd, and returning to school on Monday, January 6, 2020. The post continues with, this provides an additional 2 recess days, Thursday, January 2nd and Friday, January 3rd. The news comes at a shock with some parents throughout the district. Several Local 4 viewers reached out sharing their opinions both for and against the decision. This Facebook post says in part, so you changed the calendar weeks before Christmas break. What about the parents that work and thought their kids would be in school on January 2nd and 3rd? Now they have to scramble to find childcare for them. Meanwhile, another viewer supports the decision. It says, good. Kids need time off just as much as they need school. Family time is important. They should not have to rush back as soon as the actual holiday is over. And I also did reach out to the school district and they explained to me their decision in a statement. We are working on that part of the story, all new tonight. We are live in Utica. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
New at noon.
All right, thank you, Larry, for that update there. We want to talk about Harvey Weinstein now because a judge issued a very stern warning to the former movie mogul. A judge increased Weinstein's bail to $5 million after allegations that he's messed with his ankle monitor so that it wouldn't work. Now, the judge warned bail could be revoked with Weinstein sent to jail if there's any more problems. Weinstein's trial for rape and sex assault starts next month. And now to a Local 4 News update on a Southfield school teacher who's now facing assault and battery charges for allegedly attacking a student with special needs. Her name is Sonia Basin. She's accused of kicking a student at Levy Middle School in Southfield. The 60-year-old Royal Oak woman denies those allegations. She is scheduled in court for a pretrial hearing sometime next week. The House Judiciary Committee will begin debating the articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump today. He's accused of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Here is a look at what's expected in the coming days.
The House Judiciary Committee will begin formal discussions on the articles of impeachment tonight, just one day after making the historic announcement.
The House Committee on the Judiciary is introducing 2 articles of impeachment charging the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, with committing high crimes and misdemeanors.
In their first article, House Democrats charge President Trump with abuse of power, saying that he solicited the interference of a foreign government, Ukraine, to publicly announce investigations that would benefit his re-election.
It is an impeachable offense.
The second article, obstruction of Congress. They allege the president directed the unprecedented, categorical, and indiscriminate defiance of subpoenas of top White House officials.
I wish the president's actions did not make it necessary. If we did not hold him accountable, he would continue to undermine our election.
The committee will officially start considering amendments to the articles tomorrow morning, setting the stage for a possible floor vote by the full House next week. President Trump lashed out against Democrats, downplaying the historic nature of impeachment.
All of these horrible things, remember? Bribery and this and that. Where are they? They send these 2 things. They're not even a crime. This is the lightest, weakest impeachment.
But Democrats insist they're acting on their oath.
The argument, why don't you just wait, amounts to this. Why don't you just let him cheat in one more election? Why not let him cheat just one more time?
In the meantime, a divide widening between Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Trump over the likely Senate trial. McConnell hopes to keep impeachment short and simple, but the president wants a political spectacle in an effort to hurt Democrats' chances at the ballot box in November. President Trump wants to call Hunter Biden, House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff, and the whistleblower, the sources report. The president also lied at last night's rally, once again insisting his campaign was spied on by the FBI, which was debunked by the Justice Department's IG report earlier this week.
And tonight at 7 o'clock, the House Judiciary Committee will have the opportunity to make opening statements. Each member will get 5 minutes. And then tomorrow morning, the committee will start considering amendments. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon. Climate activist Greta Thunberg is honored for her work in stressing that education is key in the fight for climate action.
We need to be able to translate these numbers into grasping the sense of urgency. You have to do something today because as a democratic citizen, that is your responsibility.
How a popular magazine is elevating her message today. But first, the Federal Aviation Administration analysis of the Boeing 737 MAX, that model that crashed twice, taking nearly 350 lives, was found significantly more likely to crash. When the FAA finally made moves and why it was too late when we come back.